Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial series. This is a motion detection series. We are going to be starting from the basics and we'll be climbing up from there. We're introducing a lot of projects with this PIR sensor. So basically in this first tutorial, what we'll be doing is to be able to establish how we can use this PIR sensor with our Arduino. Now on your screen, this is the topic. PIR Motion Sensor with Arduino. Mobile technologies. So right now, let's just dive into this project in full. So right now, I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step connection of this PIR sensor to Arduino using our LEDs and the rest. So because this project, what we're going to be doing is connect a PIR sensor output to an LED that will be glowing whenever a motion is detected. So right now, let's start the connection. So let's just dive into that right away. So our first phase here, is to talk about the requirement. We'll need Arduino for this. You can use Arduino UNO, you can use Arduino Nano, you can use the Pro Mini. Which of the Arduino microcontroller you have will do the same job. But in this case, we are using Arduino Nano, UNO rather. If you have a Nano, you can use it. So another thing we'll be using is this PIR sensor, which is the major component for this project series. So we also have our green LED. You can use a green LED, you can use red, you can use any color. The most important thing is the LED is there to detect when a motion is detected. It will just glow, letting you know that okay, the motion sensor has picked up what a motion around the sensor itself. So we have green LED for one of our components we are using. Now we have a 1K resistor. Basically, if you are going through this project series, you should already know the use of a resistor in this kind of project. A resistor is a limiting element. It helps to limit current. So what we are using this to do is just limit the voltage that goes into the light emitting diode that we'll be using for this project. So aside this, we have a jumper wire. Aside the jumper wire, this is basically what we have for this requirement. So right now, let's dive into the connection step by step. So now, what we have on the screen is our LED here being connected via a resistor to ground of our microcontroller, which is our Arduino UNO. So this Arduino UNO has been connected to ground via this resistor, as you can see here. So the next phase is to connect the output of this PIR sensor to this LED, and this has been connected, as you can see. The output is connected from pin 13 straight to the positive of this LED. The negative was connected via a 1K resistor to ground. So in this case, this resistor will not just go frying itself, because sometimes passing a 5 volt directly into some resistor that has a tolerance of maybe 1 to 2, 3 volts, you might just end up frying the resistor, thereby causing you that resistor itself. So in order to avoid damaging the resistor, we are using this voltage limiter, which is our resistor here. So the next phase now is to connect our PIR sensor. So right now, our PIR sensor ground has been connected to ground. Here you can see that both the PIR sensor and our resistor is sharing a common ground, which is not an issue in electronics. You already know that. So the next thing now is to connect our VCC to plus 5 volts. Either you connect it to 5 volts of this Arduino UNO, or you connect it to VIN. Either way, as long as this Arduino is powered, VIN and plus 5 volt, we have the same voltage. Whatever voltage is at this 5 volt is what will be in VIN. So you can either connect it to VIN or plus 5 volt. So as you can see, it has been connected This is the red connected to V in. V in is same thing as 5 volt here. So right now that has been established, what we now have is our output here of this PIR sensor. So the output here now will be connected to our digital pin 3 of the Arduino. So digital pin 3 is what the output is being connected to here. So once this is done, our connection is completed in this phase. So what we need to do next is move to our code upload. So our code upload will be done in our Arduino IDE. So let's just move forward and do that. So this is our Arduino IDE. So what we're going to do right now, let's just paste our code in here. Code has been pasted into this Arduino IDE. So what you need to do next is basically, this is the code. You just need to select your board, go to the board, say Arduino UNO, then go to the port, select the port that your own device is connected to. If you are connecting your Arduino to your system for upload, it will allocate a port to it. So in this case, mine has been allocated port 8 here. In as much as you're not seeing it here, that is because I unplugged the Arduino before this phase. But this is the usual ports it goes into. But if I switch the USB ports, it will allocate a different port. So right now, just hold on. Let me do a connection. So guys, I've connected my Arduino UNO. So right now, as you can see, Arduino UNO on COM10, this is the COM port it has allocated to my Arduino UNO. This is showing because this is original Arduino UNO. In my next video, I will show you the original and the Chinese clone Arduino UNO, so you'll be able to tell the difference. Though they both do the same thing, but sometimes the Chinese version fails due to some reasons I really don't know. But if you are starting newly, the Chinese version is a better option for you to learn because it's way cheaper on AliExpress and even on Temu, so you can get them there. So in this case, I'm just going to select it. As you can see, Arduino UNO port has been selected. So right now, what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to check one more time that has been confirmed. I will upload. So right now, the code is compiling. The sketch itself is not compiling. So uploading right now. Code itself is uploading, as you can see here. Say done uploading. So it has uploaded. If I go to our serial port right now, so as you can see, it's saying calibrating sensor. So right now it's calibrating sensor. Once this calibration is done, that is it. It will tell you sensor is ready to be used. So you move to trying to apply motion and all that, and that is it. So this is the phase on how you can get this done. Once this has been done, your connection, as you can see, calibration sensor done, sensor now active. So the moment you cut through the sensor right now, it will just start triggering motion, alert, and the rest. So that is how it is done. So guys, right now what we'll be doing is I'm going to be showing you a video operation of how the hardware works with Arduino UNO, which is our PIR sensor. So let's do that right away. So guys, This is our motion sensor and our Arduino. The aim of this project is just to be able to detect motion using our PIR sensor, and when the motion is detected, to pass a signal to this LED, and the LED will glow. Right now, the code has already been uploaded from our desktop here to this microcontroller Arduino UNO, and the PIR sensor has already been connected VCC to plus 5 volt, ground to ground. Then the signal point, which is the out, to the D3, our digital pin 3 of the Arduino. So right now I'm going to try and initiate a motion towards the sensor and see if our LED turns on. As you can see, as soon as I moved my hand towards the LED turned on, and let's wait. It's going to stay on as long as the presence is detected. After a while, once it's no longer detect any motion, it's going to turn off on its own. So basically, this is a project that can be implemented in a lot of things: street light, room automation, hotels, anywhere you think of automating light system. This is the best you can ever do for that, because this will help you automate the lighting. It doesn't need human intervention. Once it detects the motion, it's going to turn on, and once you move out of it, it's going to turn off. So in a walkway, maybe in an hospital, hotel and all that, as you're coming, it's turning on. As you're leaving, it's turning off behind you. So this is it. As you can see, it went off as soon as I moved my hands again, it turned on. So this is basically how it works. This is a PIR sensor. This is it. It has already been configured, and this is the knobs. This one controls how long you want it to stay. And then this first one here controls the sensitivity, and this one controls the timing. These are the two knobs which I'm going to explain in details in this video, so that you understand how it works. Basically, there are a lot of different PIR sensor. I have different types with me, but in this project I decided to use this one, which is the most commonly used. So this is it. In the next project, I'm going to take this further by making this motion sensor power an external device, maybe an alarm system or a light that is not just an LED bulb. So I will use an LED strip that once this motion is sensed, it will trigger the relay, and the relay will power it on. So that will be the next project in this PIR sensor project series. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.